All right, we on. We live. All right, top of the morning to y'all. Running a little late. I don't know what's going on with my notes this morning, but let's get into it, man. Let a couple y'all fall up in here real quick. Got my coffee and shit. Rio's got me drinking coffee. Ghetto Cafe been having me on one lately. Shout out to my boy Ace Boy Rios, man. He doing his thing over there on his channel. All right, man. Let a few of y'all fall up in here, man. Say good morning, man. Don't be rude. Before we get this thing going, this is the second episode of the Hova Report. If you missed the first one, shout out to Kevin Finley, man. Starting it off with a super chat. Appreciate you, my boy. W Hove, diamonds in the chat. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, this is the second episode of the Hova Report, man. So this is where I just go off and give y'all different topics that's going on in the NFL right now. It's kind of slow. We got the draft in 2 weeks. But we got news that come out here and there that I want to give y'all just in case y'all missed it. We getting into basketball, the NBA playoffs. Coaches is getting fired left and right. Sports is cracking, but football is kind of slow right now. My eye just been jumping and twitching these last couple days. I Googled it. They said it can be stress. Say you can be not getting enough sleep. And it's been one hell of a week, y'all. As y'all can see, I done made it on every platform. I'm going viral. Everybody capitalizing off your boy except for your boy. Which is crazy, right? Everybody making chili off of content. And I didn't do that. I didn't do what I did to go viral. I didn't think I was going to go viral off of that. But, it is what it is, man. That's part of the game, man. That's part of the game. But first story of the day, man. First story of the day. Oh, my sister's up in here waiting on you, bro. What up, kid? You know what, y'all? Before we get going, I want to give a rest in peace to one of my childhood best friends, Parrish Lil Snake Dorn. Passed away last weekend in custody. Rest in peace, my homeboy Bulu, Big Amp from my neighborhood. And rest in peace to my OG, triple OG, Gritty Greg. Gritty Greg passed away yesterday. Gritty Greg was our neighborhood, I'm going to say, our neighborhood mascot. You feel me? He had a lot of down years due to his addiction, but we still loved him no matter what he went through. And he used to be a Golden Glove boxer once upon a time, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my guys, man. That's 3 homies I done lost in 3 weeks. It's real out here, man. You feel me? People go through shit, man. Rest in peace to my guys. All right, man. So let's get this going. Now that I got that out the way. Flag football is set to make its debut in the 2028 Olympics being held in Los Angeles, where many NFL players have expressed interest in participating in the games. However, many NFL executives and owners are slightly against the idea as it could risk their players being injured as potential missing part of training camp, per Mike Florio. Should players be allowed to play in this game? That's the question that they ask. And I don't see why not. NBA ain't never had an issue with their players playing in the Olympics and winning gold medals and representing they sport every 4 years. Why are we against flag football? It's flag fucking football, y'all. Flag football. It's not like it's tackle gridiron football. It's flag. CB said it comes in threes. Yeah, man. Sure do. Sure do. But how y'all feel about that? Flag football being represented in the Olympics. NFL players representing, NFL players are some of the best athletes in the world. And why not let the NFL players represent them in in something big as the Olympics in 2028 to come. Sunshine baby, good morning. To me, it's a yes for me. I'll go ahead. It's flag football. Ain't like it's a tackle and they about to play and about to get hurt and all of that. Yeah, I'm for it. They do it at the Pro Bowl. Exactly. You feel me? They done made the Pro Bowl weak. Pro Bowl looking like Pop Warner. Well, not even Pop Warner. Pop Warner, they tackling. The fewest reports for the 33rd team. Fewest allowed pressures by offensive tackles since 2022. And the minimum is 40 games started. Number 1 is Tristan Wirfs from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, offensive tackle. He done played right and left tackle. He's been a Pro Bowler and All-Pro on both sides of the offensive line. He is number 1 with 41 allowed pressures. Not sacks, this is just pressures. Number 2 is Philadelphia Eagles' Lane Johnson with 52. Number 3 is Washington Commanders' newly offensive tackle, Laramie Tunsil, who allowed 56. Morgan Moses of the New England Patriots, Caleb McGarry from Atlanta Falcons, Jake Matthews from the Atlanta Falcons are 5 and 6. Taylor Moton, Carolina Panthers, Brian O'Neill, Minnesota Vikings, Penei Sewell is tied with them at 7, and then number 10 is Bernard Raymond from the Indianapolis Colts with 81 pressures allowed. DG3500 asks, am I going live for the draft? Yes, I am. If I'm not doing it here, me and Potlow are supposed to link up and do something as well. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for that. I know for sure Tuesday I'm supposed to link up with Potlord. So we'll go from there. We'll bounce the ideas off each other, you know what I'm saying, from there. But yeah, if I don't do it with Potlord, I'm for sure going live here. Sexy Nay. The Commanders have begun having extension talks with standout wide receiver Terry McLaurin per GM Adam Peters. Go ahead and get that out the way, man. Go ahead and get that out the way. Secure your number 1 wide receiver for the next 3-4 years. Then you know where you need to go ahead, where you stand at far as capital, far as money, to put more weapons around, man. Or maybe defensive weapons. Oh, this is a new one, y'all. We got breaking. Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders says more NFL teams have been offended by his honest approach in pre-draft interviews. When I go visit these coaches and when I go to all these different franchises, I ask them truly what I think and how I feel, Sanders said. Some get offended, some like it, some don't. Make some people uncomfortable, some people invite that. They know what type of person and what type of player they're going to get out of me. So I just have to make sure you know what type of culture or what type of dynamic I'm going to have with them also. This comes after multiple reports surfaced about how teams negatively review Sanders' attitude during meetings. Sanders, however, isn't fazed by the narratives, believes he'll be a valuable addition to any franchise that drafts him. Woo! Okay, y'all. So it sounds like Shedeur Sanders is taking his father approach when it comes to these draft meetings and these teams that he meeting up with these owners and coaches and everything else, general managers. We all know the viral moment Deion had back in 1989 when he got drafted, and he said, "I thought Detroit was gonna draft me. If they did, I was gonna ask for so much money they was gonna have to put me on layaway." It's also said Deion had a sit down with the Giants, had a meeting with the Giants, and Deion ended up asking them, "Hey, where y'all drafting at? What position y'all drafting at? Oh, y'all ain't got to worry. I'll be off the board by then." And rightfully so, he was. He went fifth, which was, I want to say, the highest for a cornerback at that time. It just sounds like his son is taking that same approach. Grantedly, he's not as good as his dad athletically. They play two different positions. There's not a very strong quarterback class like last year's was. But I think Shedeur Sanders is pretty good for what he had to work with at Colorado. You can see they really did turn that school around. That school won one game, came back, won 4 games the next year, and then the season they had last year, they got them a bowl game. So what's crazy is a lot of these franchises don't like players that's confident. And it looks like Shedeur Sanders had the ultimate confidence in himself. And rightfully so, he should. We see what he can do. We see what he's capable of. Also, this dude didn't have no offensive line. He put up over 4,100 yards passing and 37 touchdowns with no offensive line. If you can give me that type of production playing the teams that he played against in college, if you give him an offensive line, and I want to say some of these teams that's drafting, pretty early, all of them got pretty good offensive lines except for the New York Giants. Put this dude with a good offensive line. I'm not saying you got to start him right away, but I'm pretty sure once you put him in the lineup, he going to do his thing. He didn't have the best outside weapons neither. But, no, that's for us to see and see where he gets drafted. He said he's not fazed by the narratives. Good for him. Don't let them bring your confidence down. You know what you bring to these organizations. You know what you're capable of. Shout out to Shedeur. I think he's going to be all right no matter where he go. The Raiders are signing veteran linebacker Devin White to a 1-year deal per Jordan Schultz. Man, this dude right here was a standout linebacker at one point. Remember, he was killing the league. A tackle machine. Bring good pressure on that outside. And then all of a sudden, he fell off a cliff. After that Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, it's just like his progression has diminished each year. Each team signs him. A team releases him within the same year. This dude can't stay with nobody. Hopefully, this is a good pickup for the Raiders. Hopefully, he can get back on track, get his career back on track, because I really like Devin White. You know what I'm saying? I'll take him with the Commanders with our coaching staff. Shout out Scrooston G with the super chat. Shout out to the pull-up gang. Let's run it up. Shout out to my bro Scrooston G. Scrooston G been whooping my feet in dominoes lately, man. I'm letting you get your little wins off, man, because you know it's coming right back here once your win streak over with, bro. Guess we taking turns whooping feet, man. General Manager Howie Roseman, the Eagles general manager, Howie Roseman, says the team won't even scout players who have been convicted of domestic violence. I won't even watch them. I won't even talk to them. I can't go. Oh, but he did it 10 years ago and he learned from it. It just doesn't work for us. All right, shout out to him. I mean, he's entitled to that. Depending on where you are in America, domestic violence, I want to say the severity changes like each place you go. Like it's a real big thing here in LA since the OJ trial. Y'all can just have an argument and once the police come, somebody got to go to jail. And once you go to jail, that shit is on your record just from an argument. Y'all ain't even got to put hands on each other here in California. Based off of the OJ and Nicole Brown Simpson. So I know in the South, a lot of dudes are more physical with their with their allegations or whatever. But if a dude is from LA, just say a kid go to USC and go to UCLA, which UCLA is right around the corner from where the incident took place with Nicole Brown Simpson and OJ Simpson. I think that you should be a little light on them because for the simple fact, if a man just raises his voice out of frustration and he goes to jail for it and he's charged with domestic violence without even putting his hands on somebody, you're not going to look at him. What if the dude, go to anger management, get himself together, you still not going to look at him? Even though this dude is a great player, he just got frustration issues. I think that's kind of crazy. That's pretty much being prejudiced, if you ask me. But, he runs the team. Hey, you won't look at a player that got a domestic violence charge, but you draft a player in the first round who was racing and his friend died in an accident. Make that make sense. That's pretty crazy. Shout out to Sexy Nate with the super chat. Hove, you should also show some clips of the funnies of sports. Yeah, AD is pulling up on Sunday. He gonna get my whole setup. Like I got all my stuff over here. I'm gonna have him come set it up for me. He said he gonna come do it on Sunday, so we shall see. We shall see. I'm gonna start having clips. Like I've been having them. I just don't know how to do the reaction. He said I gotta have another monitor. I got a monitor over here. He said he gonna set it up, hook it up to everything. So, AD know how to do all that nerdy stuff, man. If you in here, make sure you smash that like button on this video. Yeah, but I don't get that about Howie Roseman. You won't take a person who got domestic violence, which domestic violence don't even mean you have to be physical. Y'all don't even have to put hands on each other. In certain states, let me make that clear. Certain states, you can go to jail just for having an argument. Once the police come out, somebody got to go to jail, whether the man or the woman. Somebody got to go. You feel me? But then you take a person who likes to drag race and his teammate dies after winning the championship. Best friend dies, or teammate dies, and you take him with your first round pick. It's crazy. Said pull up on Rios too. Oh yeah. Me and Rios definitely gotta pull up. He gotta just let me know whenever he free. Trending. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray says he wants to run the football more in 2025. I'm open to running more next year just because it's such a weapon, It's such a weapon, like when you hand the ball off. Obviously, I hand the ball off to James Conner. I hand the ball off to Trey Benson. We're a very good rushing team, which is a great thing. But when Lamar Jackson hands the ball off, everybody is like, oh, he can relax. Josh Allen hands the ball off. You know what I mean? I think of us are part of the emphasis going into next season is conceptually on time. I feel like I'm one of the best in the league. I think where we get better is making things happen outside of the pocket. Okay, I mean that's good for the the taller, bigger quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, if you can beat him, if you can beat the defense to the outside, okay, that's cool. But last year I seen you in person and I seen your struggles, and when you struggle, you can't run to your right and scramble to your right. If teams force you left, you struggle mightily. But whatever floats your boat, my guy. Easy Money 3 said the NFL don't play with the DV shit. Yeah, I mean, cause you as you can see, it's so many cases of it. Year in, year out, all year around. Shit. I mean, Tyreek Hill got an ongoing one right now, where his wife immediately filed for divorce. But we all know Tyreek Hill's track record as well too. I want to say this probably is the third incident that he done had since being drafted. New Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel first speech to his players has gone viral on Twitter. Hood has to be down during meetings, so no hoodies on. Phones need to be put into a bag. You will not be late. Don't cough to cover up the sound of your ringtone. No maids, no valet at the team facility. All right, he said standards. If you ask me, that sound like the Patriot way. He sound like Bill Belichick Jr., if you ask me. But you got to set those rules. Hold everybody accountable. Make that across the board, though, even for the star players, too. This is a good story right here. It's titled Fired. The NFL fired 3 officials and demoted them to power conference in college football. Second-year umpire James Carter, third-year line judge Robin DiLorenzo, and first-year down judge Robert Richardson were the officials sent back to the college ranks, according to the report. Carter was an alternate official in the wild card round last season after the NFL had multiple injuries at the position. DiLorenzo didn't qualify for a postseason game in her 2 seasons, and Richardson was not playoff eligible as a rookie. The officials will bypass the union in the grievance process by accepting the league's offer. Officials previously were fired without a fallback plan. Damn. This is my first time hearing about referees being fired and being demoted. James Carter, Robin DiLorenzo, which is a woman, and Robert Richardson went to the playoffs, reffed in the playoffs, and got fired and demoted. Oh, and a little news for y'all too, man. I will be a high school referee this season. I wish I had my button. Bum, 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 bum. I'll be a high school referee this season, y'all. I filled out my app yesterday. I just gotta wait to the meetings and the trainings and all of that stuff, and then I'll be getting to it. Oh, what you think about the Nuggets firing coach saying it was Westbrook flunky? Damn, they saying it's a Westbrook flunky? Good looking, Ohio ties. What's crazy is I still don't get the Mike Malone firing. I heard so which I can understand is it was turmoil between Mike Malone and Calvin Booth. These dudes ain't talked to each other in a couple years. That right there is a toxic work environment when your general manager and your head coach don't get along and don't talk. Your general manager is getting players that you don't necessarily want, so you're not playing them. So now the general manager is getting upset because you playing your veterans a little bit more than you supposed to, and you not playing the players that he drafted and he trading for. But the coach is upset that you didn't re-sign Bruce Brown and KCP. So he feel like, how did you drop the ball on that when KCP is a 40% three-point shooter and a lockdown defender, and that was key to y'all winning the championship. Mike Malone been there 10 years. So he's kind of stuck in his ways. So for them getting rid of Mike Malone, they got rid of Calvin Booth too, and they're going to start new. But I heard Jokic loved Mike Malone, and he wanted to keep him there. So I feel like if your franchise player couldn't come to you and say, man, I want Mike Malone here, and you got rid of him anyway, I feel like the coach was like, nah. I mean, the owner was like, nah, we need to get rid of both of them. This is toxic. This is not good for the team. Get rid of both of them. We'll start new next season, and we'll move on from there. But, yeah, it's wild, man, and the timing is terrible, too. I mean, we're a week away from the playoffs. Shout out to the Commanders fan. Thank you for the super chat. What you think about putting chips in the footballs this year? What they putting chips in a football for? Thank you too for all the congratulations comments. What they putting chips in a football for? Let me know, Commanders fan, because I ain't heard about that. Well, my eye is just jumping. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin on the Lions' proposal to seed wildcard teams over divisional champions if they have a better record. I'm a divisional purist. I love the rivalries in a division play. I love the structure of our scheduling that highlights it. I think the division winners should get a home playoff game. What y'all feel about that too? Because I think, just say I win 12 games, but I don't win my division. But I got to play a road game. I got to play a road game against a team that only win 9 games. No, I think the team with the most wins, with the more wins, should get a home game. I fucks with that right there. Shout out to my boy J Dot. He said, "That's dope, bro. Don't be like Perez and Pete." Hell no, man. We just wasn't wild like that when we was 14, 15, 16. Nowadays, Perez and Pete will get their ass beat by these kids. These kids whooping feet against these referees. He said he got fired because he wasn't putting Russ in his place too. I mean, yeah, I see Russ doing whatever the fuck he want over there. He said taking away the chains. Oh, so the football got a chip in it. That's how they gonna determine where the ball is and get rid of the chains. I mean, I guess that cool, but where is that? How's the chip in the ball gonna indicate where you are exactly on the field? I feel like they really need to put a line Like, you know how we watch from home and we can see the first down line? I feel like they need to do something to indicate where the first down really is. They got it to where they can put like a light or something, you know, a laser or something to indicate where the first down line is. And you know where you got to go to get that first down. He said, hopefully my Warriors stay at the 6th to go against the Lakers, bring some excitement back to the NBA. Man, that's definitely gonna be a series if the Lakers and the Warriors play first round. That's one I'm dying to see. Lakers in 5. Former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick admitted that not drafting Lamar Jackson in 2018 was a major mistake. Belichick took running back Sony Michel one pick before Jackson was selected with the 32nd overall pick. Yeah, it's kicking you in your ass now, but it's a little too late for you to be admitting that you made a mistake. You should have made that. You should have admitted that years ago. Now you in college, you done lost your job, you done lost that team. This would have been a good successor to Tom Brady after Tom Brady left. But sometimes coaches kick themselves in the ass. Darius Howe, what up, Mike? That dude said Luka whooping feet, man. Luka was shout out to my boy Eli. The night before the Lakers played Dallas, he was like, man, Luka might go for 60. And I'm like, nah. I'm thinking Luka is gonna be so anxious to play against his old team, and you know how you just be so anxious and be so pumped up to play against your old team and shit never really pan out the way you want to, and then you be over trying and your game be off. I'm thinking Luka was gonna have one of those type of games, but nah, Luka balled out. Austin Reeves didn't play like I thought he was gonna play. Fucked up my prize picks, but shout out to the Lakers getting that W, man. Shout out to Commanders fans. They saying let's get them known where the ball is exactly on the field. Okay, for sure. He said my youth team is headed to Charlotte next weekend for the Charlotte Heat meet. Okay, man. Shout out to your team. Good luck to y'all, bro. Yeah, my son got a meet tomorrow at Westminster. So y'all traveling team, huh, Darius? I know that track club cost some chili. Track is expensive. Track is just as much football. All right, Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bond has turned himself in to Frisco police last night due to an outstanding warrant for sexual assault. Bond is considered to be a top 100 prospect in this year's draft. Damn. I don't know the severity of this. I don't know if it's just allegations. I don't know if he's guilty of this. But this couldn't come at the worst possible time, bro. You should be getting ready to get drafted in 2 weeks. I want to say like 13 days or something like that. And you got to turn yourself in. I know he probably is going to get bailed out and everything. He's going to fight it from the street. But, man, when you got status like this, bro, y'all got to be more careful, man. Y'all got to be selective of who you mess with. You feel me? Because everybody out to get you, especially when you a star, man. That can be a play from the beginning. Man, let me see how I can get this dude. Oh, he a superstar? He's that man on campus? Man, let me see how I can get him in trouble. You mess with these girls, and as soon as you do them wrong, boom, they get back at you like this. But like I said, he can be guilty, he can be innocent. I don't know. I can't speak up for him, but I just know this couldn't come at the worst possible time. This probably gonna make him drop his draft stock drop, and he's gonna lose out on millions of dollars, man, just from these allegations. That's crazy. Shout out to my people from the DMV in Baltimore in the chat. The Eagles have agreed to terms with wide receiver Terrence Marshall Jr. God damn, man. Another weapon, man, that they got. Dog, Terrence Marshall is so underrated. I think him going to a team like the Eagles, can possibly help him get better, in a limited role he gonna have, because of course he playing behind A.J. Brown, Smitty, Jahan Dotson. They got the best running back in the league, Saquon Barkley. Dallas Goedert might be gone by the time the season come if they don't. Yeah, I mean, if they still got him, that's one more person he's gonna have to share target with. But if he can perform in that offense, just with the minimal snaps that he gets, that'll potentially put a light on him, and then he'll get a contract from another team the next season. But shout out to the Eagles. That's another good pickup. I like Terrence Marshall. Liked him since he came out of LSU. Mike that dude, thank you for the super chat. Pull up gang, diamonds in the chat, 100. Thank you, Mike that dude. Old man Flacco. Reunion. The Cleveland Browns and the veteran quarterback Joe Flacco reached agreement today on a 1-year, $4 million deal worth up to $13 million with incentives. His agent, JL Sports Agency, told ESPN. Flacco now will return to Cleveland, where he won NFL's Comeback Player of the Year award in 2023. Flacco also spoke with the Steelers and the Vikings, but opted to spend his 18th NFL season with the Browns. Shout out to old man Flacco, man. That's the way you do it, bruh. You had you a good season. You become a serviceable backup. You lead a team, a poor team, to the playoffs. You play well. You leave for a season. Where you go? Indianapolis. Didn't work out there. Now he was right back with Cleveland. Cleveland is in quarterback hell right now. I think that's a good pickup until they figure out what they want to do at the quarterback position. He said, "Oh man, Flacco should be in the league no more." I mean, shit, he can still toss that rock, man. When you are in the spot that the Cleveland Browns are in, right? You got the second overall pick. You really don't want to draft a quarterback that high. You need an edge rusher. So you either gonna pick Abdul Carter. You want a generational talent like Travis Hunter. You don't have a shot at Cam Ward. You paying Deshaun Watson a boatload of money. You just gave Myles Garrett a boatload of money. You really can't get you another quarterback. You can't trade the quarterback that you got because he's hurt and nobody's going to take on that contract. So the best thing for you to do is go get you a bridge quarterback. And why not go get you somebody that already knows your system, that played well in your system and led you to the playoffs. So I get that. But shout out to the Cleveland Browns for that move. On to the next. The Houston Texans. Shout out to the Texans. Agreed to terms on a 3-year contract extension with standout safety Jalen Petrie. As he gets a roughly $39 million deal, Houston looks to lock in another key member of his secondary. First, Derek Stingley Jr., now Petrie. Houston continues to pay that young core. That's how you do it. Shout out to Houston Texans. They moving right over there. I love this extension right here. Along with Derek Stingley, they got them two young bulls in that secondary. Shout out to Houston. They doing everything right over there. That's how you build a young team. Shout out to my sister Key. Twos and fews is better than ones and nones. Thank you, sis. Appreciate the super chat. You damn sure right about that. And shout out to my Commanders. The Commanders signed veteran quarterback Josh Johnson to a one-year deal. Damn, Josh Johnson is old. Shit, this nigga my age. Johnson, 38, returned to Washington for his second stint after appearing in 4 games, making 3 starts for the franchise in 2018. Johnson spent the last 2 seasons with the Ravens. Shout out to Josh Johnson. He was our backup, like they said, 2018 after the horrific injury to what's my boy name? Alex Smith. Once Alex Smith broke his leg, Washington was 6-2 going into that game. We ultimately lost that game. We scrambled on getting solid quarterback play. I want to say we had Mark Sanchez. We signed Mark Sanchez that year. Moved on from him, and then the last 3 games we played Josh Johnson, and he did relatively well too, man. So shout out. That's just another quarterback in the quarterback room. Another vet who is a dual threat. Shout out to him. I want to say this is his 14th season or his 14th team he didn't play for. Well, this is his second stint with us, but he didn't play for 14 teams. Said Royal Button ain't hooked up. Coach Freeman. Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe on Good Morning Football. Everybody wishes they had my superpower of having my legs and my arm. If you don't like it, stop it. Okay, he talking that talk. Another black quarterback that's really confident in his ability. I don't hear no gripes about this. But his last name is not Sanders either. Oh, yeah, see, here it is. Josh Johnson has played for 14 different teams. You're talking about journeyman. Johnson was selected by the Buccaneers in the 5th round of the 2008 NFL draft and has been gone on to play for nearly half the league. Buccaneers 2008 to 2011, 49ers in 2012, 2014, 2020, and 2022. Browns in 2012. Bengals 2013 and 2015. Jets 2015, 2021. Colts 2015. Bills 2015. God damn, this nigga done played for 3 teams in 2015. Ravens 2016, 2021. 2023 and 2024. Giants in 2016. Texans in 2017. Raiders in 2018. Redskins in 2018. Commanders in 2025. Lions 2019. Broncos 2022. Johnson has thrown for 2,297 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions, with a completion percentage of 58.1 and 45 career NFL games with 9 starts. Golly. Golly. That's a whole lot of teams. Him playing on multiple teams in the same year. Oh my gosh, what is up with all these planes and helicopters crashing? Another plane crash in Florida. Helicopter crashed in New York. Man, it's getting spooky, dog. Nigga might have to catch a goddamn boat to wherever he need to go. Oh. Whew. I just seen something crazy, y'all. Looking to see if I got any more news for y'all. We halfway through the go, y'all. We 5 out of 10. How much time we got left? Like 14 minutes. Let's get those super chats in. See, we got any more news? All right, Tyreek Hill. Shout out to my boy Tiny going live right now. Tyreek Hill's wife, Keto Hill, has already filed for divorce after cops were called over a domestic dispute at their Miami area home. Wild 48-hour span for the Dolphin star and his wife. Tyreek Hill, man, he sure do know how to run him off, don't he? He's been in the news a lot lately, man, with trade talks. Now this. Tyreek Hill's on his way out the league in a minute, and this dude got what? 11 kids or some shit like that? Shout out Darius Howes. Boston's to the whole pull-up gang. Or did you mean blessings? All right, I'm going to just read it how you wrote it. Boston's to the whole pull-up gang. BMO in the building. 410. Shout out to Darius Howes and BMO. Marquito TV, thank you for the super chat. Would you slide back to the Shy? Or are you good on it? I'll definitely go back to visit. I wouldn't live there again, but I'll definitely go back to visit for sure. Chicago is a dope city, despite all the shit that you hear in Chicago. It's really like that out there, but it was a beautiful city, though. I had a beautiful time out there. Met some beautiful people. But Chicago was lit. Chicago was cool, especially Chicago in the summertime is a beautiful place. Whole lot of culture in Chicago, man. Colorado star wide receiver and cornerback Travis Hunter says he can play every snap in an NFL game if given a chance. We got 24 hours in a day. We sleep for 8 of those, so we got 16 more dedicated to that. Shout out to him. Hey, why not let him try? If you feel like he can do it, let him do it. Okay, Darius House said blessings. Hey man, I hate how the super chats be when you type it be messing up your words and stuff. It be putting spaces where you not putting spaces. It's crazy. You always gotta edit your super chats before you hit send because the super chat buttons be on their own timing, man. I don't be knowing what's that about sometime. I be having to go in there and fix my super chats all the time. Okay, anything else on yeah. Let me see my other folder, football forever. All right. This was originally gonna be my thumbnail, but for some reason, I guess it was too many gigs or whatever to upload. We're starting a campaign to get Saquon Barkley's reverse huddle on the cover of Madden 26. And if y'all haven't seen the cover, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all real quick. I think that's hard right there. That right there is the best cover of Madden by far. One of the best all time. I fuck with that cover right there. A lot of people was in my DMs like, hell no, take him off the cover. We don't need that Madden curse. But that cover right there is undeniable, bro. You gotta let that one fly. You gotta let that one fly. I definitely fuck with it. My Raider fans to send a chat if I got any Raider fans. Easy Money said, hell no. Shouldn't even be a debate. He should get it. Oh, fact. Hey, but I want to say, who broke the Madden curse by not getting hurt? I want to say Josh Allen didn't get hurt. I know Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes was on the cover. They shared a cover. They didn't get hurt. I feel like let it fly, man. Saquon Barkley not playing in New York. He'll be all right with that offensive line and all those weapons y'all got in Philly, man. That right there that's hard. Look, Lamar. See, look. Raider fans, the Raiders are hosting Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty and Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers for pre-draft visits this week. They both could be be Las Vegas bound. The Raiders, who currently own the number 6 and 37 pick, could target Jeanty in the first round and Ewers in the second or third. Okay, as far as Quinn Ewers, I mean Quinn Ewers is all right, but as far as his pro day and not his pro day, but his combine, he looked pretty trash. I don't know if it's because he was rusty or what, but if they could get him and that's what they want to bank on, go ahead. But number 6 though, you could get Shador. I mean, y'all need a quarterback. Y'all can get Shador. I mean, y'all do got Geno Smith, granted. But, I mean, y'all got Geno Smith for a couple more years, and then what? Y'all can just let Shador play behind him, learn, be in that Pete Carroll system, and then when he ready, insert him in. Shout out to Balenci Aziz. Ho, since you persistent, look up Mark Holmes and Law Nation. They will have you for show on Sports Nerds unit or United. Law Nation, is that the Cowboys fan? I want to say I don't know who Mark Holmes is, but I want to say I know who Law is. Law used to or sometimes he do pod with my boy Louis T Network when they do the NFC East Super Friends. If that's who if I ain't mistaken, that's who that is, the Cowboys fan. But Sports Nerds, I'm gonna look into that. Easy Money said the Raiders should take Dylan Gabriel. I'll go Dylan Gabriel over Quinn Ewers. I'll get Dylan Gabriel in the second, third round. Said, yeah, both Mark Holmes Cowboys fans, but yeah. Okay, for sure. I'm gonna check them out, bro. Cause I ain't never seen they channels on their own. I always just see Law collab with my boy Louis T, but I'm for sure looking into that. The Steelers contract talks with star outside linebacker TJ Watt are not going well, per Rap Sheet. Watt, who posted a cryptic picture of his Instagram story Wednesday, is reportedly not happy with how negotiations have started. Generally, a player makes a social media post that forces us to talk about it on TV like we're doing right now. It's because contract negotiations are going as well as nobody had hoped, Rappaport said. I think we can safely say that contract negotiations between TJ Watt and the Steelers are not off to a rip-roaring start. Doesn't mean that they won't get there. They've gotten it. They've gotten there before. He is a great player who deserves every penny. Watt, 30, is entering the final year of his 4-year contract, worth $112 million, is due on a base salary of $21 million for the 2025 season. Watt is currently the 7th highest paid edge rusher in the NFL, with $28 million annually, and could be seeking a extension worth close to $40 million per year. In 2024, Watt recorded 61 tackles, 40 solo, 11.5 sacks, 19 tackles for loss, 6 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 4 pass breakups, and 17 regular season games. Pay that man. That man played a full season, man. We know TJ Watt for typically not playing the whole year. He was healthy last year. 11.5 sacks, 6 of them forced fumbles. Pay that man. You know that's the best defender that y'all got over there. Pay that man. You know that man comes to play hard every chance he get. I think Steelers is going to get him right. He said you might as well take your sports knowledge and turn it into sports better. What you mean by that, Easy Money? Shout out Blaz in your house phone. You see? See, I got one more story. Hold on. I need Justin and Garrett to work on. Alright. Start betting on the game player stats. Oh yeah, I do. I gotta lock in and watch every player though. Like I'll be wanting to watch the marquee games, and sometimes that take away from me like watching a team in like smaller markets like the Titans. Uh, like those other teams that don't nobody care about those games. I gotta watch a little bit of everybody. I'll be watching the main players, and 9 times out of 10, I'll be watching players like that I draft in fantasy football. Like I'm really big on fantasy football. I don't want a couple, or not even a couple, a few fantasy football championships. So I'll be more so in fantasy world. Darius Howe, we up. Diamonds in the chat. Oh, shout out. We did we make it? Did we make the goal? We got 35 seconds. Oh, he said also in Cali they don't have the real sports betting apps. Yeah, we only got like Prize Picks, Underdog. I don't know, for some reason my Bravado account won't let me log into it. That's what I was on before all these sports apps came about. Said, who y'all want Kevin Durant to go to after the Suns? Second favorite player of all time behind LeBron James. I like seeing him finish together. I'm cool on Kevin Durant, man. Shout out Darius Howell for the super chat. Diamonds in the chat. Shout out Easy Money for the gold. Appreciate y'all, man. Oh, we 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for the gold. We almost made it. Let's make the gold champion, Darius Howell. Okay, Darius Howell. We need one more. Said goal was made after that timer. Shout out my boy Ohio Ties, man. Where that last story go? All right, here we go. Bam. The Bengals are scheduled to host Ohio State running back Travion Henderson to a pre-draft visit this week. Henderson, 22, is projected to be a second-round pick, so he could be a target for the Bengals if he's on board at pick 49. Cincinnati currently has Chase Brown and Zach Moss on their roster, but it won't stop from adding another dynamic running back in the draft. In 2024, Richardson rushed for 1,016 yards on 144 carries, 7.1 yard per carry, 10 touchdowns with 27 receptions for 284 yards, one receiving touchdown in 16 games. Shout out Better Living. Much love to the chat. Big ups to Ho. Shout out Better Living. Man, if I'm Cincinnati, I will leave Travion Henderson right where he is. You got Chase Brown. You got Zach Moss. And you potentially going to lose Trey Hendrickson, who you're going to need to replace. If I'm them, I'm drafting, with my first round pick, I'm drafting an edge rusher. With my second round pick, I'm drafting an edge rusher. And I'm going to tell you why. Just in case things don't go right with Trey Hendrickson and he do sit out this whole season, you got your edge rushers for the future with your second and third pick. Remember that Sam Hubbard retired after they released him. So as of right now, they don't have any edge rushers on the roster. I will take an edge rusher in the first and in the second. You got your bookie and edge rushers right there. On rookie scale contracts, so you ain't got to worry about paying them to another 4 years, 3-4 years from now. Give you a little wiggle room. You got okay running backs right now. And if you don't get Travion Henderson, you can get you another good running back in the third round. It's somebody just as good. So I would keep Travion Henderson right where he is. You need some edge rushers. And with that defense and how bad it was last year, go get edge rushers, man. Lead them running backs right where they are. Say motherfuckers in college politicking over NIL millions. Oh, yeah, man. What's crazy is me and my homeboy was talking about this the other day. People thought NIL was going to help the college landscape. It made it worse. So now you got these kids being holdbacks, double holdbacks in high school, just so they can dominate high school, just so they can go to college and be ready to produce in college as soon as they get there. They ain't even got to sit and wait behind nobody for 2-3 years. They'll be 20 by the time they get in college. They'll be a 20-year-old, 21-year-old freshman in college. This right here messes things up for the high school kids who don't do the hold back. So just say that 18-year-old is coming straight out of high school, coming to college. He's going to be the one who sit behind the 20-year-old, the 21-year-old, because he's young. He's not mature enough than these 20, 21-year-olds. And they probably already fully developed. He's still developing as far as his body-wise. And then this kills the junior college route. These dudes is not checking for the junior college guys no more that's 20 years old, that's coming into college, that's playing. These dudes are going to go get a kid out of the portal who played for a lesser conference but still played NCAA football. You feel me? So where's the room at for the junior college kids? Know what I'm saying? Oh, he said we seeing reclass kids in middle school. Oh yeah, of course. That's where it's starting. They holding them back in the 8th grade. One of my boys held his son back in the 5th grade. Gonna hold him back in the 5th. Gonna hold him back again once he get in the 8th grade. Said that's one of my favorite athletes I coach for sure. Mark my words. Byron comes out in 3 years without the politics. Keeps being great. Okay. Ohio Tide says, 35% of women college basketball are currently in the portal. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, shit. Old girl from UCLA. Was it UCLA? The big girl? Didn't she come from another school? Shit, I mean, look at old girl that was with LSU last season. Got cooked up in a Final Four and left. Went somewhere else. Hove, you and Tiny, I swear we should have a buy-in real Madden franchise league with salary cap and franchise draft. Winner get $1,000. Hey, we didn't have one this season. We had one last season. It's funny, niggas ain't asking me to play Madden now that my team got Jaden Daniels, but that's crazy. I've been playing Madden for longer than 20 years, but for the last 20 years, niggas been wanting to play me when I had a sorry ass quarterback. Still be competitive, still be good, still whoop feet with a bad quarterback. But now that I got one of them ones, I don't get asked to play no more. But I'm definitely with that. We just got to find 32 players that's willing to take all 32 teams. And there was some good players that joined that Madden League, Suave Madden League, too. I remember, I forgot who it was. He was a oos, though. I forgot his name. I remember he whooped my feet, though. Badly. I'm like, damn. He was calling out my defenses. He was calling out my offenses. I said, oh, yeah. He different. He different. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all go check out the congregation right now. Tiny is live right now. Y'all go over there, check out my boy Tiny. Who's that? Balenci, man. Hit me in my DMs. And shit, we can try to get that going, man. We can promote that. For sure. He said, word, I remember our league last year. Shout out to Shaq. So I've started to get whooped and shit changed. Yeah, exactly. Screwston G, I suck in Madden with 2K, different story. Hey, man, I ain't even played 2K. I bought that shit, ain't even played it. I created my player, and I ain't even like that player, and I just stopped playing. But I told my son this morning I need to start back playing because I'm kind of getting bored of Madden. But y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out of here, man. Smash that like button. This will help the algorithm. This will help the content get out to a broader audience. I appreciate y'all as always. Much